Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we had a war loss, an independence war. Now, to be fair, there were ways, I think, upon reflection, that we could have won that war. If we had white-pieced the war that was for liberty, or even if we had acquiesced to them, I think we could have won the other war. But we didn't do that, and so now we've got some revenge to get. And we can do that very, very quickly and easily. So first things first, let's go to Nubia. Where's their capital? Here. We're going to... Hang on. We're truced? Why are we truced here? Truce signed after the Independence War. 3 years. Okay. That is, I guess, reasonably fine. I didn't realize that we would be truced immediately. That's not usually how that works. I think that might be a change that was done somewhat recently. Usually the way that a truce works is that they have a truce on us. We don't have a truce on them. This is probably a good thing that this was changed. Okay, that's reasonably fine. We can come up here and be working on some of this stuff. Now, these guys up here, there's been some problems, for sure. Are we truced with all of these? Actually, no, we're not. So we can start making our way through these guys very, very easily. Okay. Some of this we're truced with, mostly the guys down here, it seems like. So let's start working on getting Hispania back under our control. We have claims on every single location here. So, first things first. We're going to seize all de jure lands here. The question is, how many of these do we want to do at a time? These are pretty small kingdoms here. I'm thinking maybe like 3 at a time. So something like this. I don't want to spend a lot of time raising forces, right? So that will allow us to just go from location to location. Wait, who are you? This lady just declared war on us. Okay, she's claiming a Jamana. We'll come back to that. We'll be able to get there fairly quickly in theory. So they're walking in on us here. That's a little rude. I mean, we're greedy raising, so fair enough. We could definitely bring in a holy order here, and we're going to do so. And immediately things get a lot worse for them. How long until our men-at-arms arrive here? Allegedly 5 months. Okay. We could think about bringing in mercs if we wanted to as well, just to make it less likely that they want to attack this. Okay. So they're going to attack us here. Looks like they're going to win that. That is reasonably fine. Like I said, we were greedy raising it. So we're going to raise our men-at-arms down here instead, but we actually have to wait until this battle is over, which is very rude, because it considers that we still have troops being raised there. So we're just retreating here as soon as we can. Where's that retreating to? Okay, sure. Very awkward location to retreat to, but whatever. Let's get our men-at-arms and some levy troops raised over here. So that'll be like 3 months. That's fine. We never want to see his face again. So these guys are going to get turned around. And eventually, we'll get our forces in here. Eventually. How many men-at-arms do we need here? Probably no more than this. That's probably sufficient. Let's bring these forces up. And how long until these arrive? Allegedly 40 days. Okay, I'm going to split off the vast majority of these forces, leaving just this guy here. Then we're going to walk these guys over here. I want to go deal with this force. Okay. So let's go do that. And then these guys are on their way up. They're going to join up over here. That is trebuchets? Sure. That's actually kind of perfect. Yeah, this is not trebuchets here. So I want these guys to come fight up over here. And this will become our siege force. So they're going to come up over this way. This seems perfect. This isn't a problem. It was just mildly awkward. Yeah, summon the position. Okay. So we're going to get through these wars relatively quickly. We have a lot of wars to do. We'll easily win this battle. Is that going to be a stack wipe, is the question. Yes. Okay. Next, we want to come up and stack wipe this force. We'll take 1 point of attrition. That seems okay. Okay, we're seeing this flickering here, indicating that we're not going to get ticking war score there. I think that's a bug, but it doesn't matter. Either way, it's fine. So this war down here is not a big deal. Even if we lose it, I don't care. We'll get that conquered back when we're conquering in that area. So I want these guys to attack right up over here. Yep. This war is now over, and we will enforce those demands. There we go. Next up, I want to go attack here. So we're going to deal with this army. That will be a stack wipe for sure. Then they're locked in over here. This will also stack wipe. Beautiful. Stop wasting my time. Definitely. So we have a lack of steward at this moment. We should put one in. And we're also lacking a perk. Let's reduce our men-at-arms maintenance per dread. That'll be fine. Now what I want to do is I want to take these guys down. We've stack wiped. So I want to take these lads down to here. They'll arrive there in 7 months. That's not too bad. 133 gold for embarkation fees. I like it. Let's just siege here real quick. That should go very swiftly indeed. Okay, they're raising forces here. Let's raise some of our own just to make sure that they don't stack wipe this. I don't think they will, but let's just make absolutely certain because we don't want to have more awkwardness over in this area. That would be very bad. Okay, this will be sufficient. Let's get these guys grouped together. We should be powerful enough to fight these guys. We've got the Holy Order in there, so this should be absolutely okay. There goes our main army. Off to go deal with that other war. Beautiful. So we're winning this battle. This guy's upset with us. Okay, sure. Okay, this war is over. We captured the king in question here. Actually, I think it was maybe a duke or something. But we're going to head up over... Actually, no, let's go to Santiago. We're going to head northward here. We let her go and she became our rival? How rude. Okay, well, it is reasonably fine. This siege is going to be concluded very swiftly here. We're just going to push directly into their capital, so we're going to take over the barony of Santiago. We are going to grab ordained rulership here, bumping up our piety a bit. Sounds good. And the question is, how close are we over here? We're definitely getting close. We are entering the Nile. Okay, so we're only about 15 days away here. Looks good. We're going to take out that army. That will get stack wiped. No problem whatsoever. Okay, now we're going to go take this capital. That is pretty over. There we go. And we'll come slow siege this back. Excellent. I don't know if we're going to stack wipe that. Probably not. But we're going to take over this capital. Looks good. So, slow sieging this is going to be definitely slow. No doubt about that. But we don't have to cross over land, over huge amounts of land, so this is fine. We're going to wrap up this war. That is going to be done as soon as we finish this siege. Actually, 96%. Remarkable. Okay, we'll just walk up over here. 25 days? Yeah, we are going to win that war very easily. Sounds good. So no problem there. And let's enforce those demands. Then, of course, we are going to head down this direction. I want to drop this force somewhere around here. They'll be there in 7 months. So I kind of want to go take this back. This is part of the war goal as well. I'd love to have ticking war score. Yeah, summon the physician. Okay, so we're going to take this back. It's probably going to be a pretty slow siege. We'll see how that goes. 3 years? Yeah. It's going to want us to bring in our siege weapons. That is absolutely fine. This is not a problem. I can't believe she thought she was going to get away with this. This was never going to be a thing. I'm going to station besiegers here. We're going to go chase after this force. Yeah, this looks good. Absolutely. We want to fight that down. We've already stack wiped her force once, so this is absolutely okay. We'll summon the physician. And what do we got here? Restore accolades? Actually, yes, we should do that. As soon as we exit this war, we'll take a look at what that means. The Scorpion of Kong North. Okay, noted. Okay, we'll start up a slow siege here. Our siege weapons will be arriving very shortly. Yeah, they're on their way. They're basically at the mouth of the Nile now. They're going to be heading upriver very, very soon. So this is going to be 3 years, and I kind of want this force to head directly over here, because this will get us ticking war score. We're at 80% right now. Oh, wow. 91. We weren't capped from the battle. We were just at 50%. Remarkable. So this siege will likely end the war. Perfect. How much gold are we going to get out of that? Well, 702. It's not too bad, I guess. Okay. So this is going to be 11%, but also ticking is going to be on our side. I don't think we've earned any ticking war score yet, though. We'll see. 91. She'd be willing to accept this. So enforce those demands. And she accepts. So we'll disband our forces. We did just discover advanced bow making. So we've got a little bit of upkeep work to do. Specifically, we've got this stationed regiment of bowmen here. We want to immediately begin construction on a workshop. This will only reduce archer maintenance for now. Once we get that a little bit upgraded, it will be a lot better. Now, we want to find where we have stationed our trebuchets, and we want to do the same thing there. A workshop here, and in Worodugu is where this other regiment is stationed. That's not necessarily ideal, as all of these building slots are, of course, full. But we could consider swapping out something like the hunting towers here in favor of workshops, which will probably generate more gold anyway. So let's get that going. That will be fine. We should probably do other constructions, and I don't really care what the constructions are. We have a lot of upgrades that need to be done. So let's just get going on that. We'll do crown armories here. Sure, you'll do. And let's do blacksmith districts. And in Boron, let's do blacksmith districts as well. Down over here, we could build kind of anything, and I think we'll go for hill farms. Holder of this holding, men-at-arms counter efficiency, that's pretty good. So we'll take that for now, and then we can just do other upgrades, basically wherever. We are going to want to put in pretty much all of our gold into making additional gold, but we're going to do this kind of piecemeal. We're not going to be super focused on this, because we're super focused on getting our realm put back together, right? That's going to be the top priority for a while here. So that's all reasonably okay. This ransom is fine. This ransom is not fine. We do need a new spy master, which would be you. And we have a perk available. We'll take golden aplomb. Okay, so that seems good for now. Now we need to get our accolades back. So specifically, that's the Scorpion of Kong North. There we go. Do we have a successor for these? A die. Yes. We'll recruit you. Skill 17. So that's this guy. Excellent. Next up would be... we need to seek a worthy successor for the most expert of the Mel Spears. Sure. And we would need to do the same for the Scorpion of Kong North. That is reasonably fine. Checking in at these, there's nothing to be upgraded there. So I believe that we are now ready to... oh my, that is a really nasty disease. Okay, let's check in down on this side. So I'd like to declare on one of these guys over here. We're truce with all of them still, so maybe we go for, like, Tahert. Your capital is here, right? Duchy rank? No, kingdom rank. Right there. Noted. So we're going to have to do, like, Duchy conquers up over this way, which isn't ideal, but we don't have the empire title up here because of that disillusion war. So the question is, how long is that going to take us? Well, it's going to be a while, and we're going to have to work our way through a number of these locations. So first things first, we can do the de jure lands over here, or we could do a Duchy conquer. Unfortunately, that doesn't really help us all that much. So let's get this going. And then I think we'll also attack Tahert here, and that is going to be a Duchy conquer here. So we'll just do the 2 for the time being, and let's raise up our forces about here. This is a greedy raise, but let's see how it goes. So they're walking in here. Yeah, it's still a greedy raise. That's to be expected. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. It was greedy. we're going to raise back over here. It just takes a while for our men-at-arms to show up in comparison because we're, like, our capital is a long way away, right? The station point of these guys, it's quite a long distance. That's fine. We're not too concerned about it. It just is. So 10k should be sufficient levy troops. And we're going to walk right on in, now that we've actually raised our forces. So we're going to take over Annaba here. We've got a lot of work to do, of course, on getting all of this territory taken back over. Our sister died, which dropped, or rather raised our stress level, but it immediately went back down. So that seems good. They didn't actually fight each other. Noted. We're going to finish up this siege. That'll get us ticking. And now we're going to come down here, stack wipe these guys. That should end the war. And then we'll be able to focus on these lads. There shouldn't be a major problem over there either. Okay. So this war is over, as expected. We'll enforce those demands. We don't want to hold Annaba ourselves, so we'll grant that out. And we'll probably need to grant that to a vassal. Yes. Okay. For the time being, this is fine. We're going to make our way down here. That's going to be a pretty large battle. By the time we arrive, it'll be over. We're going to fight something there. I'm not sure exactly what. His forces? Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to fight here. I don't expect a stack wipe at these troop counts, but we're going to go hit his capital after. There's very little he can do about that. Where's he located? In his capital? No, he's in his army. Okay. That is absolutely fine. So we eliminated the vast majority of his forces there. He's only got this 2,000 now, down from 16,000. That was very nearly a stack wipe. Let's take over his capital, and we did not get war score from that. No battles fought. I beg to differ, but whatever. Okay. So we're wanting to take over some territories out over this way, right? That is absolutely fine. Let's take his capital for now. And now we're going to want to walk all the way over, actually up here, I think. Yes, that is correct. What other wars is this guy in? Tyranny and conquest? Okay, whatever. So we're going to fight right up over here, and I believe that was a prestige gainer. Yes, it was. No problem there. We're at 42% war score at this point. And I guess we'll just walk down over this way. He's actually sieging this, but he can't leave. We just discovered the Fascination Men-at-Arms. That is noted. What do we want next? So, the High Medieval Era is where we're at right now. Knight effectiveness and an additional accolade. We should work on that. That'll be fine. The Early Medieval Era is maxed out at this point. We are in the Late Medieval Era, but we're not actually working on any texts there just yet. He's trying to run away here, but he has managed to get himself trapped. He has nowhere to go. This is super over. So all we need to do is come down here, and these won't save a soul. Definitely not. So we've got a lot of conquest to do, right? No doubt about that. But we're going to be able to bump up the size of our men-at-arms and get another unit of men-at-arms very shortly here. That sounds great. Do we want to get another unit of trebuchets? I kind of do, to be honest. Okay, so that put us at 100% war score. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Now, we don't want to hold this ourselves, obviously. But there we go. Now, how are things going? Oh, this is kind of worse up here. Okay, sure. Let's bump up our men-at-arms. That'll be absolutely fine. We're going to need to find a new location for another unit of trebuchet. Let's get that going. I want to be able to siege very, very quickly indeed. So we'll max that out. And at this point, where do we want this to be stationed at? Felona is the answer. And we can drop, say, the hunting towers here. So this blacksmith is going to be done shortly. When is that going to be done? 53 days? Sounds good. Demand artifact? No, get out of here. This ransom is fine, 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 and fine. Okay. Sounds good. Now, in Felona, we want this blacksmith to get finished before we do anything else here. But I do want to definitely get an upgrade going there. So that's going to be done in 20 days. Let's let that finish. We're also... That's a lot of ransoms. Okay, what do we got going on with these? Yeah, this is acceptable. This looks good. Sure. No problem. Why not? And yeah, that's okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, let's get rid of our hunting towers here, with the idea, of course, being that we're going to put in a workshop here. Because we want to absolutely get that workshop going and boost up our siege weapons even more than they're already boosted up. I guess we can upgrade simple pastures here. That'll gain us some additional cash. That seems relatively fine, and he wants to give us a statue. Sure, why not? Okay, let's check in on our champions and accolades here at this point. Do we have a successor? Actually, yes. For the Scorpion of Kong North, we do. For the most expert of the Mel Spears, we do not. And for the Bearer of the Emperor's Mace, yes. Okay. That looks reasonably fine for now. Our men-at-arms are even more powerful. However, it's going to take some time for them to replenish. That's okay. Abyssinia has had some sort of a dissolution war. That means that we can definitely take territory down here. So we're going to gain all of this territory in theory. I don't know why it's not highlighting. Yeah, this is all of this. Okay, so then we would go for this, which we're not truced to. We take all of that de jure territory, and we'll do the same with Losta. We're just going for 3 at a time, so we don't have to do too much raising. We're going to kind of greedy raise this, but it should be okay-ish. We've been getting punished a lot for greedy raising, but I don't think we will this time. Yeah, it's okay. So I'm going to raise up about 10k levy troops here. That should be more than sufficient. Our brother died, sure. And we're just waiting on these men-at-arms. Perfect. So we're going to go in and attack afar. I'm going to station besiegers here. But actually, we might want to leave a few more than this. Yeah, this is a risky amount to leave. I'm going to leave about that quantity. And we're going to walk down and fight these guys. Excellent. So this is enough so that we hopefully do not get stack wiped, is the idea. Even if we lose a battle, which we probably would against this army, we wouldn't get stack wiped with this troop count, in theory. Okay, they're running away. Sure, we're just going to come up and fight these guys then. We can extort subjects, which we probably should do. Don't worry, we'll have everyone pay. So that's a huge amount of gold. Excellent. So as we can see, they're headed in here, and we are going to attempt to leave, but we are not going to succeed at that. I'm wondering about this siege time, 12 months. Okay, yeah, let's make our way up this way. So as I said, we would likely lose this battle, but it's not going to stack wipe us. We can simply retreat from it, like so, and we don't have to re-raise. So that looks good. We'll grab at any cost, and that will, of course, allow us to sell trivial titles, which is a huge amount of gold. Do not aggrandize yourself. Okay, where are we retreating to? Oh, that's quite a ways away. That's unfortunate. So we'll stack wipe this guy and come take this over. Looks good. We're at 99% here, but he wouldn't accept this. Rude. Very rude indeed. But we're going to continue to take over these territories relatively quickly. They can't hold them. We can. So that'll be fine. This siege is going to be 11 months. Sure. And yeah, we can see we're not going to get ticking up over here either. I guess we can pay the royal court a visit. Okay. What is our actual court grandeur at here? That's fine. No problem. We do have a court artifact that we can display here. We could display, say, this boar hide, as well as this beastly fox hide. They'll go away eventually. We could also display this camel head. Sure. That seems fine. So 8 months left on this siege up here. And we could just station besiegers here, which I'm going to do. And we're going to walk down this way. I want to make sure that we don't lose another battle with our siege force. And they could theoretically walk in from up over here. They're sieging out here. Never mind. I wasn't sure where they were, but now I am. It's okay. So easy to win this, but I want to move these guys down over here next. Cool. So we're at 11 months away on this siege, in theory. That's going to take a little while. No doubt about that. This war is over, and we'll enforce those demands. And then we're going to head up into Losta. I'm not too concerned about this siege taking a while. It'll be fine for now. Sure, show this guy in his gold. We've got a lot of gold on hand right now, and that's phenomenal. He's trying to run away from us over here, which is not going to go all that well, to be honest. We're going to catch him right down here. No problem. We just got his capital under control. That will put us another 50%. We're going to be very close to ending this war, but it's not quite going to be there. 96%, and this siege will end it. Then we're going to head up over this way. So this war is over. We'll enforce those demands. Fantastic. All of this is coming back under our control. We'll let the traitor be known to all, and we are going to just finish up this war. I don't really care about these raiders all that much, to be honest. It's slightly rude, but it's fine. We did have an empress die, and that was our empress who was giving us some domain limit. So we should probably do something about that. This is a lot of lowborns. Okay. We'll have to do that, which is not ideal. She is skill 5, and you would, of course, become our primary spouse. At skill 19, much better. You're managing domain, putting us back up to 10 of 10. Okay, we'll enforce these demands. There we go. And now we want to disband our troops. The button isn't appearing, but we still want to do it. Okay, there we go. So we got some of this territory taken back. We are still waiting on some truces, although we can attack this. Oh, there's been successions and or the truces have expired. We can go after all of these now, and we can continue to work up here, up here. We've got lots of conquest that we need to do to take this all back. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, our revenge will continue. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods. This Mongol Empire is slightly spooky. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.